number 4. The 5th pillar of Islam is Al-Hajj. And it is only for those who can afford it financially and physically. Means that you should have enough money in order to go to Hajj because it's an expensive trip. Also, if you have money but you're not able to travel, you're physically weak, then it's also not obligated on you. But if you have the two conditions, of if you are strong and if you have money, you have to go Hajj in order to complete your pillar, the 5th pillar of Islam. So let's say I'm able to travel to Hajj and I have money. I booked my tickets and then I flew from Winnipeg to Toronto and then from Toronto to Jeddah. And Jeddah is the airport where Hujjaj pilgrims go first. So it's a big city in Saudi Arabia. You go there and then you take a bus to go to Mecca. And Mecca is where the Kaaba is and where are the other places. And we'll talk about them. Now, if I'm traveling by air, I need to do my ihram before I go there. So what is ihram? Ihram for boys, there are 2 pieces of white cloth, like this, very similar to this. Okay? That men wear. This is 1 and this is 2. It's very similar to this in the texture, but it's heavier than that. Okay? So this is what people wear. So where should I wear it? If I'm traveling by air, I wear it before I board the plane. And when it's the miqat is the parameter of the haram. So the haram has parameter. If you see here, there's a green line. Okay? There are lines that pilots know. This is the parameter of the haram. So before you go to the parameter, they will tell you, now it's time for you to make your niyyah. And when you're there, on the plane, you say, Labaik Allahuma Hajjan. What do you say? Labaik Allahumma Hajjan. It means that, oh Allah, I'm here to make Hajj. I'm here to complete my Hajj. Okay? So you wore your ihram before you board the plane, and then you make your niyyah. The pilot told you that now it's the haram, this is the parameter, you make your niyyah, and then you go there. Okay? Some people travel by bus. If you're traveling by bus, there is a place like this, a station. They ask you to go, change your clothes, and wear your ihram. This station is called miqat. It's called miqat. It's called what? Miqat. So a miqat is a place where people go change their clothes, wear their ihram. Okay? So before you wear your ihram for boys, you need, if you want to cut your hair, you cut your hair. If you wanted to put perfume, you wear perfume before ihram. But once you wore your ihram, you can't cut your hair, you can't cut your nails, you can't use perfume. Okay? All what you need to do, you can do before ihram. But once you have your ihram on, you don't do that. What about women or girls? What do they wear? They wear plain thobe or plain abaya or plain dress. Okay? Typically white or black. Some people wear different colors, okay, just to identify each other. But these are the typical colors, white or black. So for men, this will be the first sheet. And what you do is you cover your lower part with. Okay? Imagine that this is an ihram, a complete ihram. This is what I will do. Okay? This is exactly how you wear your ihram. Part like that. Okay? And then the second part will be like that. So this is my ihram. I'm wearing my ihram now. Okay? Before you wear your ihram, you take off your clothes, you take off your shoes. You don't wear shoes, but you can wear slippers, you can wear sandals. Okay? This is my ihram. This is the parameter, the miqat. Now I'm going by bus. I would say, Labaik Allahumma Hajjan. Labaik Allahumma Hajjan. From this time until I go to Mecca, I will do talbiyah. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك. Can you repeat with me? لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. Good job. Now I have arrived to the first step of my trip, which is Mecca, the Haram. I entered the Haram. I will need to complete Umrah. Do Umrah. The Umrah is made of two things: making tawaf, going around Kaaba, and making sa'i between Safa and Marwa. Okay? For men, when you are here, you need to change the position of your ihram. So you put this under your right arm like that, and then put this over here. You could see people, their arm is uncovered in Umrah, right? So now I wanted to do my rounds, the 7 rounds of tawaf. Where should I start? Counting? I should start counting from the Hajar, And if you can see the Hajar, the black stone in the Kaaba, you will see a line, typically like this one, but with the same color of the Kaaba, this golden color. It should be like that, all across. Can you see it? Right. So I start counting here. I have arrived in, I'll fix my ihram. Okay. I have arrived here. This is the point. I'll raise my hand. I'll say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Bismillah, Allahu. Kaaba will be to my left. And then I'll start going around Kaaba. While I'm going around Kaaba, I will do the same. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. Now, I went around the Kaaba for one time. Now I count 1. This is 1 round. And I also can make any dua I want. So when I'm walking, I make dua for myself, I make dua for my family, I make dua for my teachers, I make dua for Muslim brothers and sisters, going round and round and round. This happens how many times?
7 times.
Now let's imagine that I went around it 7 times. After I finish, I will go to do my sa'i. So this is called tawaf. Now I'm going to sa'i. And sa'i is when you walk between 2, they were big mountains before, but now they're shorter. One of them is called Safa, and one of them is called Marwa. So where should I start? Should I start by Safa or by Marwa? I should start by Safa. So I go to Safa first. I climb, it's a little high, so I'll climb, okay, on top of Safa, and then I start walking, doing my sa'i between Safa and Marwa. Okay? In the middle, there is an area, they colored it with green. In this area, I should run. Okay? So it will be like that. Imagine that this is Safa, I'm walking, and in the green area, I'll run, and then I walk again. And go up to Marwa. And this counts as 1. This counts as 1. So 1 trip from Safa and Marwa. I need to do 7 trips between Safa and Marwa. So this is 1. I'll go back again. I'll make dua while I'm going. And when it's the green part, I'll run again. And then I'll walk back again. Okay? So this is 2. What I'm doing now is called sa'i bayn al-Safa, between Safa and Marwa. There are special du'as you say when you are on top of Safa, okay? And Marwa, they are long. I'm not going to talk about them now. But what you can do here between Safa and Marwa is that you make as much dua as you can. When we do tawaf and we do sa'i between Safa and Marwa, this means that we completed our umrah, completed our umrah. When we walk between Safa and Marwa and run, who do we copy? Do you know? Who do we copy? Okay, Faiz.
Sayyid Ibrahim's mom. Wife.
Okay, what's her name? What's her name? Sayyidina Ibrahim's wife. What's her name? Maryam. Sayyida Hajar alayhi salam. Right. So we copy Hajar alayhi salam. Hajar alayhi salam, she had her son close to Kaaba, okay? And they did not have water or food. She was running between the two mountains to find water and food for her son until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel alayhi salam to open up Zamzam, the well. And from this time, we still have Zamzam at this place. Okay? Now you've done your tawaf, done your sa'i, done your safa and marwa, completed your umrah. Hajj starts from after that. You go on the 8th day. Today is day 9, which is Yawm Arafah. Today is day 9 of the Hijjah. Today is day 9 of the Hijjah. The night before, the Hujjaj will go to Mina. So you've done your tawaf, you go to Mina. Okay? The day of 8th of the Hijjah. I'll be here, I'll pray Dhuhr, I'll pray Asr, I'll pray Maghrib, I'll pray Isha, and then I'll pray Fajr of day 9. Fajr of day 9. What's day 9 again? Yawm Arafah. Day 9 is Yawm Arafah. Good job. So day 9 in the morning, I walk from here, from Mina, to Arafah. I go to Arafah. Okay? And Arafah is also a big area with a small mountain. It's called Jabal al-Rahmah, the mountain of mercy. It's there in Arafah. You don't need to climb the mountain, but as long as you are in the parameters, you're good. This is the best day ever. The best day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives as many people as possible. And today, we'll show you, inshallah, in a video very soon. You'll see lots of people coming from everywhere. Coming from Africa, from Asia, from America. They're tired. Their head is missing. They're tired because you wear this for a long time and it's not comfortable. You know, if you're wearing your ihram for a long time, it's not easy to wear your ihram for a long time. And sometimes people spend days in Mecca before they come here. Okay? And if you're wearing your ihram, you cannot, again, cut your hair, cut your nail, wear clothes. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Okay? So they're tired. So they go to Arafah and they start making dua. And in this day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends to the last heaven. And Allah is very proud of people who go to Arafah. And He asks His malaika, the angels, what do those people know? What do those people need? What do they need? Why they're here? Then the malaika would say that they are here because they're asking for your forgiveness. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, be witness, I've forgiven all these sins. So all people who are in Arafah, sometimes they are over 2 million people, okay? When this happens and they are doing their Hajj in the right way, Allah forgives all their sins. So they go back home as if they were newly born. No sins, no sayyat, never. Okay? That's why when you go to Hajj, you need to be very patient because there are a lot of people, some people are in a hurry, sometimes they push you. You should not be angry. You should be very quiet and very calm and make dua and make istighfar. Now, today, the Hujjaj, the people who are in Hajj, they are on Arafah. They spend the day there till Maghrib. And in Maghrib, they walk from Arafah to Muzdalifah. Good job. So they walk to Muzdalifah. So they arrive at Muzdalifah in the evening. So they pray Maghrib in Muzdalifah. They pray Isha in Muzdalifah. And they pick up 7 small stones. They pick up 7 small stones. They will use these stones in the second day, which is Yawmul Eid or Yawmul Nahr. So they sleep here the night. In the morning, they wake up, they pray Fajr, and then they go to throw the first stone at Jamarat. Jamarat is a representation of Shaitan. When Prophet Ibrahim was about to slaughter his son, when he saw in the ru'ya that he sees that he's slaughtering his son, he told his son Sayyidina Ismail, and Sayyidina Ismail said, do what you are ordered to do, I'll be patient. When he was going to do that, Shaitan came and said, no, don't do that. don't do that, don't do that. And then Sayyidina Ibrahim throws 7 stones on the shaitan, and the shaitan ran away. Again, shaitan came back and said, don't do that. Are you going to kill your son? Don't do that, don't do that. Then Sayyidina Ibrahim threw 7 stones on him. Again, the third time, again, Sayyidina Ibrahim threw 7 stones on the shaitan, okay? And the shaitan went away. And when, you know the story, when Sayyidina Ismail was down and Sayyidina Ibrahim was about to slaughter him, Allah replaced him with a big ram. And Allah, Sayyidina Ibrahim heard that you have done, لَقَدْ صَدَّقْتَ رُؤْيَا, you have done what you ordered. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaced Sayyidina Ibrahim with a big ram. And this is the time of Eid al-Adha. Okay? Now, today is Yawm al-Eid. I'm doing my Hajj. Don't forget. So I took 7 stones, I went there, and then I threw 7 stones. So when you throw them, you say Bismillah, 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 7 times. Then you walk from here, and either you find a sheep to slaughter, this is your udhiyah, or if you can't find, there are now different ways of making your udhiyah, so you can pay people money so they can slaughter this for you. Okay? And then you go back to here, to Kaaba, again, and you do what is called Tawaful Ifadah. Tawaful Ifadah. You do the 7 shots again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After you finish, you go, and now I will cut my hair. If you are a boy, if you are a man, you typically would like to shave your head. If you can't, make it very, very short, okay? And take off your ihram, okay? And for girls, you just cut a small piece of your hair. This means that you've done jamarat, you've done dhabh, and you have done the tawaf al-ifadah, and you made tahallul from your ihram. Now I'm not muhrim, but I'm still required to complete the next steps of my Hajj. What should I do now? I'll go back to my base, and my base is typically Mina. I'll go back to Mina. Okay? I shaved my hair, I slaughtered. Before that, I threw 7 stones. I'm going back to Mina. I sleep. This is day Yawm al-Eid. This is the first day of Eid, which is tomorrow, inshallah. I sleep here. I'll pray Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. I'll sleep in the morning. Okay, in the morning, I'll pick 7 stones again. I'll go again to Jamarat. I'll throw 7 stones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, Bismillah. Then I'll go back to my base, which is Mina again. So this is the second day of Eid, which is your Hajj started on the 8th, Yawm al-Tarwiyah, which is yesterday, then Yawm Arafah, which is today, and then Yawm al-Nahr, which is the first day of Eid, and then Ayyam al-Tashriq, which is the second day of Eid, the third day of Eid. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? So again, the next day you do the same. You throw stones and you go back to the base, which is Mina. And during your time in Mina, you're making istighfar, you're making dua, you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive you. Now, you have done Tarwiyah on the 8th, Yawm Arafah on the 9th, Yawm al-Hajj al-Akbar or Yawm al-Nahr, which is 10th. And then you did one day, which is the 11th. And then another day, which is the 12th. Some people leave here, and this is when they wrap up their Hajj. So they say, we're done, we'll go. And those people go early. Others can stay for one more day, okay, in Mina, and then again throw stones, and by Asr, they're done. They completed their Hajj, and they can go back to their homes. And this trip shows you the Hajj from the beginning, from where you are in Canada, till you do your Hajj and complete it. Most of the time Hujjaj spend is in Mina. They go to Muzdalifah, they go to Arafah, they throw Jamarat, they also do sa'i between Safa and Marwa, and they do also tawaf around Kaaba. Does anyone have any questions? Qais.